Welcome back to another explainer. Today, we're unlocking what I truly believe is a literal modern-day superpower, and that's the ability to build your own technology. Specifically, we're going to walk through the exact blueprint for building a rapid reading app. Now, if you've ever felt intimidated by software development, or kind of thought that building an app was completely out of your reach, well, prepare to have your mind blown. We're going to make this entire process highly approachable, incredibly rewarding, and above all, super easy to understand. You absolutely don't need a computer science degree to follow along today. You literally just need your curiosity.
Okay, let's dive into this. Our educational blueprint today is broken into 5 really clear sections. First, the rapid reading concept. Second, anatomy of an app. Third, your fantastic development toolkit. Fourth, deploying to the web. And finally, building for your future.
All right, Section 1, the rapid reading concept.
So our mission today is to build a read-faster application. This is specifically designed to help us conquer dense, text-heavy PDFs in like half the time. The secret sauce here is an innovative technique called RSVP, or Rapid Serial Visual Presentation. Basically, instead of your eyes mechanically scanning left to right, the app flashes words sequentially in one fixed, central location on your screen. It completely removes the physical limits of reading, essentially letting your brain absorb words instantly. It is so cool.
Now, reading fast is a fantastic skill, for sure, but here's where it gets truly empowering. We aren't just going to download this app. We're looking at the actual blueprint to build it yourself. Creating your own digital tools from scratch, that is the ultimate modern advantage.
Moving right along to Section 2, anatomy of an app.
To actually build this thing, we first need to pull back the curtain on how software works. And brilliantly, almost any application is divided into 2 main halves. On one side, you have the UI, or the front end. That's everything the user sees, touches, and interacts with. Like the text flashing in our RSVP app. On the exact opposite side is the back end, or server side. That's the invisible, heavy-lifting machinery that manages login accounts and securely stores user data. But here is the absolute best part for our specific rapid reading project. No back end is required. Literally none. Because our app just processes a PDF document locally, right there on your screen. It doesn't need to store sensitive data or manage complex internet logins. We get to entirely skip the server side, which takes a potential month-long, headache-inducing project and turns it into a highly approachable weekend build.
So with those back-end complexities totally out of the way, we only have to build our front end and package it up. And packaging simply refers to preparing our code so it can live naturally on specific platforms, whether that's iOS for Apple, Android for smartphones, or the web so people can just use it right in their browsers.
Next up, Section 3, your fantastic development toolkit.
Welcome to the workshop phase. Now, what's really interesting here is how modern developer tools are practically science fiction compared to just a decade ago. And they break down so cleanly by purpose. First up, to plan our app, we lean on AI tools like Google AI Studio or Claude to act as our strategic co-pilots. Next, for writing the actual application code, we use Kotlin Multiplatform by JetBrains. And finally, your digital workbench to type it all out is IntelliJ IDEA, which is a really robust coding workspace.
I genuinely have to emphasize this piece of the toolkit because Kotlin Multiplatform is, well, it's just amazing. In the old traditional development world, if you wanted your app on an iPhone, an Android, and a website, you basically had to write the app 3 entirely different times, using 3 completely different programming languages. It was exhausting, but Kotlin Multiplatform operates on a brilliant philosophy. Write once, deploy everywhere. You literally write your rapid reading code a single time, and this technology beautifully translates it so it can be deployed seamlessly across Android, iOS, desktop, and the web. It is a massive game changer and a huge time saver.
Okay, Section 4, deploying to the web.
So your app is running perfectly on your own computer. Awesome. But how do we get it out into the real world? Getting your app on the internet is a surprisingly simple 3-step pipeline. Step 1, write your code locally. Step 2, sync that code to a platform called GitHub. And Step 3, host that code for free on a platform called Vercel. Let's quickly break down what those platforms actually do. If GitHub sounds a bit intimidating, don't worry at all. Think of GitHub simply as your middleman delivery truck. You pack all your finished code into digital boxes on your computer, and GitHub comes to pick them up. It acts as the secure, reliable middleman, syncing your code from your private local computer and driving it right over to the final destination, where it'll be put on display.
And that final destination, that is Vercel. If GitHub is the delivery truck, Vercel is the global storefront. It takes the code that GitHub just dropped off and automatically publishes it live on the internet. And here's the truly incredible part for learners. For a small project like ours, Vercel hosts it completely for free, no catch. Anyone anywhere can access your app and start speed reading.
Finally, Section 5, Building for Your Future.
So the crucial point here is, we've journeyed through the core concepts, the toolkit, and the deployment pipeline. But what is the real-world value of actually undertaking this? Well, it goes way beyond just reading PDFs faster. First off, you build something genuinely useful for yourself just for fun. Second, it's an incredibly low-stress way to learn the basics of modern software development. And third, you get to add a fully functional, highly impressive project to your personal portfolio.
We've seen exactly how modern tools take all the friction out of coding. They allow you to write once and deploy everywhere, and platforms like GitHub and Vercel make sharing your creation an absolute breeze. The intimidating barriers to entry, they've basically vanished. So I'm going to leave you with this final empowering thought. If building a functional, incredibly cool app is truly this simple, structured, and accessible, what will you build tomorrow? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer. Get out there, flex those new tech superpowers, and keep learning.